my name is Susan Ware. I'm now going to introduce my mother, Dorothy Nolan, nee Glover, to talk about St Anne's Church of England Girls Grammar School, Sale. So I'll hand you over to my mum now.
Right. Okay, Suze. Hello, my name is Dorothy Nolan, nee Glover. I lived at 36 MacArthur Street, Sale. And my father's name was Robert Alexander Glover, and he was on the committee of St Anne's School. And I believe he had a lot to do with the finances of keeping the school together at that time. I was enrolled at St Anne's on the 13th of February 1935 under Miss Tisdall, who was at that time the principal of St Anne's from 1934 to 1970. And as I believe, I was student number 137.
Oh, that's great, Mum. Okay, so I'm just going to ask Mum now a few more questions. Mum, when you attended St Anne's Church of England Girls Grammar School, where was the school located at the time?
Exactly where it is now. I can't recall the name of the street, but the school itself is still there. And I believe still got the name, I think, maybe St Anne's. I'm not too sure of that.
When you went to school daily, did you walk to school?
No, I rode a bike.
And what did you do at lunchtime?
Rode the bike home for what in those days we used to have hot meals during the day, which was called dinner time. So then after lunch, after dinner, I rode the bike back to school.
Mum, can you tell me a little bit about your school friends at St Anne's? If you can tell me their names and maybe just a little bit about those friends.
Well, two of them went under the name of Anne and James Smith, who lived in the country, and they rode their horses in every day to go to school. And they were the nieces of Ronnie Smith, who now has a tea shop at Seaspray. And they were two of my best friends. Also, there was Mildred Fitzpatrick, whose father was the doctor in Sale at that time. Also, Alison Cobain, whose father was a farmer, and Mildred Fitzpatrick, who was another friend. I think they were the ones that I was most closest with, and Moira Dawson, who came from the farm.
Okay, that's great. Can you tell me, or do you recall the names of your teachers at the time, and do you recall what subjects they taught?
Not all of them. One of them was called Miss Copas, who was a maths teacher. Then there was Miss Kitchens, who was a French teacher. There were two or three others, which I can't recall their names.
Do you recall the name of like an English teacher or humanities teacher, an art teacher?
Well, I think in those days, a lot of the teachers taught different subjects.
Okay.
They were pretty versatile.
And do you recall, do you have any favourite activities that you did at the school at St Anne's, or do you recall the school grounds at all?
Yes, preferably being outside rather than inside, being educated.
Did you participate in any sports at St Anne's? Did they have a sports uniform that you had to put on to play sport in? And what sporting activities did you do at St Anne's?
Well, I think I had a go at whatever there was, particularly basketball, or do they call it netball now? Tennis. Um, that's all.
Did you
Anything in the sporting life, I think I was active in.
And did you like represent the school in any sporting activities, or did you play, say, for example, tennis for the school?
No, not that I recall.
All right. Do you have anything else that you'd like to tell us about St Anne's?
Yes, it was a lovely school. The teachers were lovely, and I think every student that went there, um, loved it. Mm.
In relation to the forms, like Form 1, Form 2, at the time that you attended, do you recall what the population was of the school? Like, for example, when you first started at the school in Year 7, how many Year 7 forms were there at the time? Was there just the one, or
no
was there a
recollection
few?
of that.
No. So do you recall, was it a very large school at the time?
Very large, yeah. A lot of the students came from Lakes Entrance as far away as Orbost. A lot of girls came from farms near and around Sale.
So those students, those girls that came from Lakes Entrance, did the school have a boarding
boarders.
boarding
It was
facility?
Also a boarding school.
A boarding school. Okay. All right. Well, I think that probably rounds it all up. Unless, Mum, you've got anything else to say about St Anne's? Any more memories, or perhaps how your father participated in the school committee, etc.?
No, not really. I think he was always in association with the principal and the committee, but then he was involved in quite a lot of things in Sale.
Okay. All right, that's great. Thanks, Mum, for that, and that's all for now.
Yeah, that's good.